And we do almost exactly the same thing and almost exactly the same thing in the remove button. But the interface is called remove button listener, has a method called remove pressed. Hey, that's pretty nice, right? So now let's take a look at what binds these guys together. In our GUI, we're going to create instances of our GUI components. And then I'm creating this guy called a mediator. Now note that I had to put a suppress warnings unused, because if I didn't, nobody's directly calling that mediator guy. All I'm doing is holding on to him so that he can manage the components. And the mediator is going to get passed in the stuff that he manages. And then he's responsible for hooking them up and making them play nicely. So let's take a look at a couple mediator designs here. So here's a really, really simple mediator that implements those two interfaces. So he's the one saying, I'm going to fulfill the contract of the add button listener and remove button listener by having add pressed and remove pressed methods. Then when I'm getting set up, I'm going to add myself as the button listeners for those two buttons. Makes sense, right? So when the add button is pressed, add press gets called, and I'm going to do that list add. When the remove button is pressed, remove pressed is called, and I'm going to do the remove from that list. Make sense? So now that logic is no longer in the button, so the button's a lot more reusable. That add button can be used in any GUI that wants an add function, as can the remove button, right? This mediator is something that each application will have separate. So now you're not putting in your GUI interaction logic with your GUI construction logic. That was the advantage to this pattern.